I really wanted to cover a little bit about some common pitfalls when it comes to formatting. I've made a sheet called Formatting One Last Thing, if you want to follow along with me. And I'm just going to be going over a couple of the formats that exist in Excel. There are a lot. So let's say that I want to make these a percentage. As you can see here, it's represented in the formula bar as it actually is. Excel, being smart, has already applied the percentage. If I made it a number, it would be represented like this. It does the conversion for us. So just know that if you want a percentage, you don't necessarily have to type 56%. If you're doing math and you come up with the points, this kind of thing, it'll make it a percent for you. And then furthermore, if you look at this, Excel keeps the spaces of the decimal point out to the right quite a bit. And we can reveal these like this or hide them like this. But you have to know when you're adding numbers together, there could be some hidden percentages. For example, what's 56%? We'll make it easier, 46%. I want these to add up to less than 100%. So we've got 46.38, and this is the same. If I add them together, what should I get? 92%? Why does it give me 93%? If I'm taking this as 46%, 46%, I add one into the other, 92%. Why is it giving me 93%? It's because it's rounded it in the cell cosmetically. The actual number is up here. So we see here 46.0%. If I go out decimal numbers, I just get zeros. So flat 46%. How to round in the actual cell using a formula, it's for another time. But just know that if you feel like your numbers are off, it may have to do with the actual identity of the number in Excel. Currency. So if I go here and hit the dollar sign, it gives me a nice dollar sign format. But these dollar signs aren't actually there. If you go up to the formula bar, you'll see the true identity. But these are, again, just cosmetic. If I wanted to have actual dollar signs in the cell, I can go here and format it as text. And then just go one by one, dollar sign. So now it appears as a dollar sign. So if I add these two together, what it does is Excel thinks that I want more text. So as a result, it's put my formula as it's true to form text. How do we fix something like that? There's a couple ways. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the format of this to general first, and then I'm going to double click on it and then hit enter. And look, it's become a number and recognize that these are numbers. Excel being smart made this 9. When you see something unexpected in a cell, check the formatting. You can also look at formatting if you right click in a cell, go down to format cells, get this menu, and we have an array of options here. Again, changing it from text to general or number might be the solution. And then of course, double clicking and hitting enter. Dates. Dates are actually numbers. They appear up here with the slashes. The way Excel treats dates is it treats 1/1 of 1900 as a number 1. So let's try that. If I type a 1, see, 1/1 of 1900. And what that means is if I highlight these and reformat it some way, say as general, it actually counts out 45,701 days since 1/1 of 1900. And then you'll actually see it up here. So you might think, where are my dates? Well, again, if we highlight, go back to the ribbon and choose short date, we have our dates again. We have our slashes up here. Commas. In grade school math, they told you to put commas every 3 numbers. So what I'm going to do here is instead of having these mush together numbers, I'm going to put a comma in between. And that's just called comma style up there. It's tacked on a decimal with 00 cents. If we want to get rid of that, you can go up here or right click and choose one of these buttons. You can choose increase decimal or decrease decimal. So I'm going to decrease that by 2, pressing it twice. And there we go. I wanted to make this lesson because there are a couple things that beginners get hung up on, and I hope this helps.